everyone. Oh my goodness. Talk about being forgetful today. I was making a photo play folio and I got so wrapped up I totally forgot about technique talk. Even had it all ready to roll here. So, sorry about being late. Hey, Renee. Hello. I thought I'd get on a few minutes early of my lateness and apologize for being late. So, how is everybody? Let me just catch my breath for a second. All right. So, again, sorry I'm late. I was building one of the new photo play brag books so that I could get a class posted for the store, and I got so wrapped up in it I totally forgot. So anyways, here we are. Sorry again. And hi Lynette, hey Barb, hi Rosemary, hello. Thanks for joining me even though I'm tardy. I'm gonna go I'll give myself a timeout and go sit in the corner when we're done. So okay, we are doing number 3 in a series of 5 using embossing powder. And today we are going to emboss through a stencil. We got some new stencils in the store from Clear Scraps. You may have seen them. They're this size, so this is probably like a 5x9, and they have 2 different patterns on them. I thought we would use these. These are nice Mylar stencils. They're not too bulky, so they'll work really great with this technique. So this is the package that they come in. Hey, Patty. So they are in the store with all the stencils. There's several different patterns. Anyway, this is the one we are going to play with today. And then today we are going to work on the mixed media cardstock from Ranger. This is the same, it's kind of manila paper that's in the Diane Reevely journals. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this paper, but these are the loose sheets that Ranger sells. And this technique is really fun and super easy, like a lot of these quick and easy techniques are that we're doing on Technique Tuesday. So what you'll do is take your paper, sorry, I've got little embossing crystals all over the place. Okay, so you'll take your paper, you'll lay your stencil on top. We're just gonna do random on the paper because I really don't have anything in mind. It'll probably end up being a card background. And I am going to use this, I'm gonna flip it over because this pattern with they look like little moons, don't they? I'm gonna use that one. So this is super easy. All you need to do is take your embossing pad. Oops, I like to open my embossing powder first so that I can just grab it and hope that I don't spill it in the meantime, right? Okay, so you'll take your embossing pad and just press it down and make sure that you are getting the embossing powder through your stencil onto your paper. All right, so you'll just tap it, and you can tape it down with washi tape or some kind of low-tack tape. I clearly am not prepared today. So, okay, so you put some embossing powder through, sorry, excuse my arm, and then lift up your stencil, and I don't know if you can see, but you can see where the embossing powder just came through the stencil, and then put your embossing powder down. I kind of went over the edge here, but we'll fix that in just a second. So this paper is a little stiffer. I'm going to put that there just in case I don't get all of this back. We don't want to waste this color here. All right, so you can see that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it over my trash can. And then where I went over here, I'm going to use that same little trick we did before, and I'm just going to take paintbrush I'm going to brush and tap off where I don't really want to have that embossing powder. See? So you can see that that is the pattern of the stencil. And again, like I've said before, I'm going to start from below and kind of get it heated up a little bit, and then I'll come to the top. So we'll watch for the magic to happen with our heat tool. It's cold here in my studio, so it takes a couple more minutes. And this is one of the new Wow embossing powders. It's the Oasis color. That is the teal that coordinates really nicely with our custom Michigan papers. Oh, there it is. It's starting to melt. The magic is happening. So you could do this really on any size. If you wanted it as a background in your journal, you could use a larger stencil and do a whole page. You could use a smaller stencil and do this on an A2 size card base for a background on a card. It even would make a great background for a home decor. And voila. So there is a nice background that we created with our stencil and our embossing powder. The other thing too is if you had an embossing pad that wasn't very spongy, you could use a brayer and brayer into your embossing pad and then brayer over your stencil. You could also use one of your daubers that isn't full of black paint, ink, and get some of your embossing ink on the page also. So, any questions? Sorry, I didn't pay attention to the chat. Yeah, isn't that a great color? I love this teal. Again, this is the Wow Oasis, and I think we still have, oops, jeez. I think we still have this one in stock. It's the Bang that we're sold out of. And then again, this is one of the new clear scrap stencils. This stencil is called Circle Dots. So, yeah, this one is Circle Dots. It is a 5x7. And this is just one of the patterns that we have in the store. I think a lot of the stencils that are this size in this particular shipment of stencils are 2 patterns like this too. And Renee can, if she's still on, can correct me if I'm wrong. And then you might want to remember where you put your baby wipes so that you can... And this is that that slow drying embossing powder. So still, even after the time that we've spent embossing our sheet, it's still wet and wipes right off of the stencil. So that's nice. I can clean my stencil off and get the embossing powder off of there. All right. So that is our quick tip. Our third in a series of 5 with embossing powders. I think any stencil will work. It's a little bit easier with a thinner stencil so that you can get the ink in the pattern. And some of the itty bitty tiny intricate parts of some stencils might be difficult to get your embossing ink in also, but otherwise I think most any stencil will work. Anybody have any questions? I know I made you wait 30 minutes and then it was a zippity zip fast one, huh? We will have this up on the Scrappy Chic page when we're done, so if you need to watch the replay, you can if you came in late like me. And then it will also be posted on our YouTube channel. Yeah, Denise, you absolutely can. The videos were saved, and they are, you can find them on the Scrappy Chic Facebook page, and I believe that Renee even already has put them on the YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel is Scrappy Chic Livonia. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And again, you can find the stencils and these Wow embossing products in the store now. And I'll give you a little hint. Next week, we'll have another embossing technique, and it's going to be using glue dots and embossing tape. Oh. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. And again, sorry I was late. We'll see you next week. Have a great Tuesday, 2-2-2-2 Tuesday.